Now, let's say you follow those things, you get all those things in place for your business. What's the next step after that? Well, now you're probably looking at me and like, all right, well, Marv, I want to go out. Where's the money? I want to go ahead and get the money. The next step that you want to take after that is we want to also make sure that we're cultivating relationships with these lenders. Now, everybody talks about relationship, but very few people really understand and explain what relationship is and why it's so important when it comes to getting access to capital.
Very important. Most
people who are watching this right now don't know that lenders behind the scenes have what's called a bank rating system. Okay. For those of y'all who don't know, a bank rating system is that the banks internally have different data points that they look at when they're looking at all different parts of your business. So the stuff that we talked about before in terms of how your business is structured. But the other thing that they're looking at as well is what your deposit history looks like with that lender. So I'm going to use the same example I used earlier. Let's say you have person A, you have person B. Person A has everything we just talked about, but they've never worked with this bank before. Person B has everything we talked about. And for the past 6 months, let's say they run a tax agency and they've been having all of their sales for their business go through a merchant account or their business checking account they have with that lender. Both have the same profile, same business, but one has the deposit history. The other one doesn't. Who do you think is going to get more access to capital?
The one with deposit history.
Right.
Relationship.
Why? Because once again, lenders are analyzing risk. That's all they care about. Banks are in the business of giving out money, but the biggest priority for them isn't just to give money to every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes inside the door. Their priority is to give money to people that want to actually build and stay with them long term. And you look more risky if you come into them and you're just saying like, yo, I know I never deposited $1 in your account. I know this is my first time meeting y'all, but can I get $50,000, please?
Just a light 50.
Just a light 50.
Or 40. I'll take 40.
I'll take a little 40.
I'll take 40.
I'll take
Even 35.
A little 30 won't hurt me. Yes, it will. You understand? Make sure that you're building a relationship with these lenders. And what I say a lot of times is, for the most part, it's not something that takes a lot. Somebody may be watching this and may say to themselves, like, well, my business, I'm not like Boone. I'm not like Marv. Like, my business ain't making crazy money like that. Bro, if you have $100 that you can make consistent deposits into that account, whether it's on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, that'll still make a difference when it comes to putting yourself in prime position to be able to get larger approvals when you're working with these lenders. Okay.
Add something to that.
Talk to me.
So one of the things I always do is when I go into the bank, I try to build relationships with the bank tellers, the bank reps, the managers. So like I'll even go and pay for the whole bank's pizza. It was lunch. I literally go in the bank and I'll be like, yo, listen. It matters. I'll be like, yo, listen, I'll pay for everybody lunch here. That's to the point where it's been times I went to the bank, didn't even have my driver's license. And they'll just say like, hey, look, we'll still give you the money because we know you. There's been times I open up bank accounts and I don't even go there like, yo, I need to open up an account. They'll open it for me. But it's all with relationships. That's it. And that's how, and it's funny, that's how I really learned about the banking and the credit thing by asking because by asking them questions when I go there, I'm just like, yo, like, so how does this me being curious, how does this work? Like, so what do y'all approve? What do y'all like, what do y'all apply? Like, what's going on? How do y'all apply this? What do you take from this? X, Y, and Z. And I learned a lot from that. But what I want to say is, what you're saying is 100% correct. With the $100 thing, I actually was talking to the manager at the bank and he said, I forgot the exact percentage, but he said they have X amount of percentage of people that are actually overdraft. So by you just having $100, you're like 20-30% better than majority of the people out there at that bank. And it blew my mind. Just by having $100,
that's it, bro.
Puts you X% over just everybody because majority of people have overdraft. You don't even think about it.
Facts.
But when you start looking at stats, when like you see stats online saying that the average American doesn't have X amount of dollars in their account, when you start adding all that stuff, it's like, like, so if I do have 1,000 in this business bank account, I'm actually doing better than a lot of people, not in a negative way, but now in a banking relationship way. So now I can get approved because now I have a decent credit. I have $1,000 in account or $500 in account, whatever. And then also I actually had a deposit there. I had it for 6 months or a year. All those things will add up. And it's so dope that you're saying it because I heard it directly from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. And to piggyback off of that, and this is going to be funny. I don't know if you heard this. When I first got into space, one of the things so everything that we do is not only for us to get approved, but to get access to more money, right? So that's why we're talking about like relationships and the importance of it. I love the fact that you talked about literally going in the bank and sitting down and speaking with different managers. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But like the relationship that you're building with the bank is the difference, once again, between you getting small approvals and big approvals.
Facts.
But once upon a time, bro, when I first came into space, and there's probably still people right now making this mistake. What they used to tell us was, hey, if you want to get large approvals, you don't gotta build relationships. You don't gotta go in the bank. Here's what you gotta do. You gotta go online at 3:57 in the morning.
Oh man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm talking about?
Open up a bunch of tabs. Hit real fast. Of course I did it.
Everybody did. I did it too. Everybody did it too.
Did it work every time? No.
Nope. But once again, there's probably somebody watching this right now like, damn, I just did that last night. Like there's still people doing that to this day.
Oh,
bro,
my gosh.
If you are watching this episode right now, that is the one mistake that you literally can't afford to continue making. You over here losing sleep, breaking your neck, applying for 18 different cards at the same time, thinking that you fooling the system, and you're not. Because once again, the banks are watching this content.
But it goes back to what you said. We can't keep doing things that worked in 2020.
Come on, boy.
I did that back in 2020. Or 2019. Like whenever time was, like it's 2026. So what you said, that just ties into what you said earlier today.
Yeah, for sure. So it's just like, if there are all these little hacks and strategies that people will talk about, and it's just like, there are things that maybe at some point in time before worked, but now lending guidelines have gotten a lot stricter. Lenders are moving the goalposts. The name of the game is minimizing risk through properly positioning your personal credit report, properly positioning your business, okay? And then building the relationships that you have with these lenders. That's it. That's what if you get those 3 things in place, bro, success for you when it comes to getting access to capital is all but inevitable. Hey family, hope you enjoyed that clip. And real quick before you go, for any business owners who are watching this that are looking to access business capital and want to do it the right way, my company, Takeoff Financial, can help. Takeoff Financial is a done-for-you service where we analyze your business the exact way that an underwriter would. We build you a custom capital path around your specific profile and connect you with the right lenders for your situation. Qualify, position, and access. So if you want to learn more to see if you qualify, there's going to be a link in the description below where you can click it, watch a short video, fill out a